Welcome, welcome. My name is Aoife, and I am a success coach for sensitive, driven women. I help you to reclaim your power, restore your health, and rise into success that
Mm.
feels like truth. And that is why we're here today talking about truth. And we are so blessed to have the beautiful, magical Jeni with us today, who is a mental health therapist who specializes in retraining the brain from chronic pain and intersection of childhood. And she is a joy finder. So hang on to your seats, get yourself comfy and cozy, and enjoy the energy that we are going to transmit to you today. Thank you, Jeni, so much for being
Love it. Oh, I'm so happy to be with you, as you know. Just adore you. So I'm so glad to be here. Yes.
Likewise. And I have to say that when you jumped on the call with this outfit, I know I said it to you, but it was like I met the full you. And
Ah,
it's just like I feel like this is how you should be in every day of your life, waking,
I
sleeping.
so seen and heard. I feel so seen and heard. Yes, I'm like, this is my inner essence on display, and I should just walk around life like this. It would be way more fun.
Way more fun and inspiring for other people.
Yes.
So today we're gonna like talk about the intersection, let's say, or the layers between healing from chronic pain, which is what you help clients do, what I have helped and do help clients
Yeah.
with as well.
Hmm.
And success, because like healing can be your success or whatever success means to you. And being sensitive, a sensitive woman in this world or a sensitive being in this
Hmm.
world. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna chit chat and flow, but they're gonna be the kind of the energies of the conversation.
Love it. Love it. Thanks for setting that intention. Yes. Yeah. Gosh, where do you want me to start? I mean, there's so many yummy launching places in this, like
So many.
just honoring, how sensitive my system has been. I mean, I used to not be able to go to farmers markets, right? Like I watched this one little girl going through a farmers market and she had headphones on her ears and I just started sobbing. I was like, her parents get her. This little
Totally.
sensitive being and just that getting our nervous systems to be more robust, right, has really made a huge, huge change in my life. And so, yeah, yeah.
Totally. And for me, I had this weird like which probably lots of people can relate to, this weird like maybe duplicity where I was such a overwhelmingly sensitive, intuitive, kind of
Yeah.
psychic child that I
Yeah.
doubled down on being tough and hardened in
Yeah.
order to survive. So even though it was like very visible or obvious to someone when I was a child that I was sensitive, I was also like really like puffing up my feathers. I had to build a lot of. Speaking of feathers,
I know, like this.
I had to protect it. I had to protect it. And that led to me like numbing out. Because
Mm.
I was overwhelmed a lot by like sounds and
Yeah.
lights and people and other people's pain.
Mhm.
Um, And so I learned from the world or I just did it myself, but I would like suppress, numb, push, like build armor. And I just built this whole scaffolding,
Mm.
survive, and it was a survival scaffolding.
Yes. We would have been besties because I would have just hidden in your shadow. I did the opposite. I did the opposite. I was just so quiet. So just trying to just to hide from all of the over sensations and everybody's emotions and all the things. So I was just trying to, at home I had a really quirky personality and silliness and things, but out in the world, I just was like, so I just would have stuck to you like glue and just been your little shadow, let you be tough.
I would have taken you in. I used to have like teams of people. I was um
But that's why I love like that, like you're like now I'm like, especially I don't know, it's so much easier. I mean, I'm 54. I'll be soon 55. It's like you just can't contain me now. Right? Like I'm so feel so comfortable in my own skin and so safe in my nervous system that I'm just like, now I am this. You know, I was this as a child, and but there was no way my nervous system was gonna let me be out there and exposed like this. And now I'm like, yeah, bring it.
I love this so much, and I feel like this is what happened to me when so I had a history, for anyone who doesn't know, I had a history of being
Mm,
very sick from a child. I had serious stomach issues, unexplained fevers, like endless things. So the stress I was under, that scaffolding I built
mm,
was not sustainable. My body was ringing the alarm bells from an early age, right? And so when I eventually found the mind body healing, um, that scaffolding had to come down.
mm,
And so almost in a opposite way to you, like
mm,
I kind of I needed to retreat in
mm,
lots of ways. And
mm,
I started to feel more sensitive. I thought, oh, I'm going to heal, then I'm going to be able to bang life out. I'm gonna be able to do all these things. And in some ways I did, and that was fun. But
yeah.
ultimately, I needed that whole scaffolding had to come down before I can rebuild a new
Yes.
scaffolding. And for me, it's been all about a scaffolding of truth and authenticity and
Mm,
healing.
yes. And can we just honor how brave that is? Like, just anyone hearing this, like, follow her. She's, you've got the light through hell to get, to get through and get people out. Like, it takes so much inner strength to claim that authenticity and to walk in your truth and own success, whatever that means. Like, I'm spending a few minutes every day just like taking in and feeling in my body my impacts that I've made in this life. Like I keep a little, it's so cheesy. I keep a little file folder of like beautiful things people have said. Like I'm gonna add like you see me in my full truth, what's on the inside of me from this whole thing. Just these reminders to really get it in my nervous system, like who I actually am, because my brain wants to delete it and wants to just focus on the scary parts or the hard parts or whatever. It's like, no, you're also going to remember who we are in these in these ways, right? Does that make sense? It's like,
It makes more sense than I can even tell you, because I one of my main tools that I teach my clients,
yeah,
either healing from illness, restoring your health, or building success. And
yeah.
the main tools I use on myself is something really similar, and I call it remember who you are.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, and there's this meme that I like screenshot from Instagram, and I show it to my clients. And
Yeah.
it's a chicken.
Yes.
It's looking at the sky, and in the sky is a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it's just saying, "Remember who you are,"
Yes.
because the chickens
Yes.
like come from the dinosaurs. It's like
Oh, that's cute.
it's like,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
but it's true. And one thing I have to share with you on that
Mm,
is when I first started to try and get my clients to remember who they are before this whole scaffolding was built, and these ideas, like false ideas about yourself or whatever
mm,
built. Sometimes it's easier to remember what you were like as a child, like,
mm,
to remember who you were. And my mum always tells this story about when we were at this my brother's friend's birthday party. So my brother's older than me, so it was an 8-year-old birthday party. So I'm 4,
oh,
and it's all these 8-year-olds, right?
yeah,
they're all running around and I'm running around. And then me and my mom find my brother, who's also 8, in one of the rooms and he's crying because these girls had stolen his, what we call buddies, a little teddy that we loved.
Okay.
And my mom is like consoling him. And I just walked straight into the room with all these 8-year-old girls. And I'm so small, I had grabbed them by the hair. And I pull her down, and I'm like, have this English accent from living in London. I'm like, give my brother back his buddy. And I just yank the teddy, go in, throw it at my brother. There you go. And I go back and play. And I'm like, Jesus, like,
Love it.
that's me, you know?
I love that. I love that. And what a great story to remember of just like that's who you are. That's who you are.
That
And
was
you're doing that for others, right? You're like, come here. I'm gonna pull you here. Here's your beauty. Here's who you are. Remember.
exactly. And like you just taking note of when you feel recognized,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like in different cultures, but for Irish culture,
Mhm.
you just like repel compliments. Um,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
that's kind of like a noble, humble thing to do, but
Mm.
it's that's not doing
No,
it.
that was hard because being American, which embarrassing just in and of itself, I'm sad to say, um, is, and all that bluster that can happen and all the kind of posturing and kind of pushing self-confidence is just such a turn off to me. And so really had to work on like, no, I do this so that I am nutrients for others. So that's how I had to like really, because I literally wanted to throw up when I started doing that work because I was like, this just feels gross. Like this just feels like, an American trying to be like, I'm the best. It's like, no, no. But can I literally be nutrients for others? Can my being remember its truth so that others can remember their truth, right?
I love
But you
that word,
remind
just nutrients.
Yeah. You're reminding me, I'm going to add to my list. My mom's favorite story about me is we couldn't go anywhere because I just had to stop and look at every bug and just be delighted by every single little bug. And like we couldn't get more than 10 feet in a day because I was just like, oh,
Is that not
that
so
is who
true?
I am. That is deeply who I am. And I
Goodness.
lost that for a long time. I lost that, right? But this healing the spirit and healing the body, I've had to retrain my brain. We've talked about this before of like retrain my brain to hunt for the good stuff. I love people call it glimmers now, and it's like because, right, the brain, it soaks in a million things per second and it's got to delete things as fast as it can. So being able to train it again, hunt for the beautiful things. So my brain does that now. It hunts from all these gorgeous little handholds throughout the day. Oh, there's a hummingbird, there's a bunny, look at that soft plant. I'm always wearing yummy touchable clothing, right? So that I always have something near me that I can just tack to be able to, right? So these beautiful moments, and then that releases all these yummy chemicals. And so now my nervous system is filled with all these yummy chemicals throughout the day. And that's completely changed my life, right? Because it used to be so heavy and so hard. Um, and now it's my baseline. And so that's why I'm like, keep coming, everyone. I promise you, this work is so beyond worth it because my baseline is so yummy now.
Nutrients and yummy baselines. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I just, and you know, it's so funny. By the way, I love the Americans. They're like such
Hey,
fantastic clients. Like, and when I started business, like I hired Americans. I was like,
you did.
teach me this confidence that you have. But but
Mhm.
also at the same time, I wasn't able to really pull it off because
Mm.
my soul, whatever journey my soul is on here, it's definitely for this yummy nutrient baseline
Yeah.
and authenticity. So what I always say to people when I teach them to remember who you are, I said, this is not a fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like a
Yeah.
soul, like
That's
soul
right.
nutrient, soul
Oh,
recovery, like,
goosebumps.
and like when you bring it, like, when we bring it to success as well, especially if you want to,
Mhm.
whatever you want to achieve, like, who says divorce isn't success? Who says,
That's
like,
right. That's right.
like for me, healing my
Yeah.
family relationship for me and my body was since I was a child has been my biggest mission. So for me, that's success. But for what
Yes.
for you, but I
Yeah.
also have these big, I also want material success, right? And so whatever you're going for, um, I think the old way that our brains thought that you achieve things is by the busier and harder you work,
Yeah.
even with your healing.
Yeah.
The more tools and the more coaches and the more I do, the more I heal. And
Whew.
it's taken me like 4 years, and I did heal my health this way.
Yeah.
But you know, it, it takes time to feel safe in rest and pause.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
when the rest and the pause and the space would come, the fear and so
Mhm.
I just you can't underestimate the simplicity of those tools that you're sharing.
Yeah.
I think like I call it the love list, where you have a list of these things that give you that oxytocin,
Yes.
um, what they're doing for you. They're allowing
Yeah.
you to come into stillness, come into
That's right.
and
Yes.
find your truth in each
Yeah.
moment. But we
Yeah.
think like you have to like do all these. I don't know, the more you do, the more you push
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. No.
It's
Oh,
for me, no, it just
no. Yeah. That's what tanked my health was just striving and striving, trying to prove that I was worthy and all that pressure that I put on myself to try to succeed. And now, like, my life is so beautiful. That is my success. Like, now from that place, I can have even bigger dreams. But I needed my baseline of life to just be so much more beautiful. And it really is. That's why this industry talks about present moment stuff so much. But I don't know if we talk enough about the reason why to be present in the moment is because we're so safe in that moment and we can really enjoy that moment and that enjoyment that find cultivating joy, right? I think especially in America, we think, oh, joy comes when we do really cool stuff and we buy really cool stuff and and it's like, oh, I just wanted to say for people, teach your body to slow down and enjoy seeing a wildflower. Like really, really milk that moment and then savor it. Savor the big ones too, but practice that savoring because that's what we want to teach that body how to feel so good. And from that base, can you imagine what we're capable of doing, right? From a
I'm
place
just
of just fullness.
totally. I'm just seeing you as that kid and just seeing that that's always been your medicine to teach.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna take that on. Yeah, because I lost it for so long, right? I mean, that got stamped out probably like age four-ish, right? If not a little bit before that. And then I didn't get that back until 50, right? And I had to learn how to do that. And that was hard to learn. My body had to figure out how to really enjoy small, little, beautiful things and squeeze the juice out of them and just be like, right? Yeah.
Definitely. And I think like for me, so much self-worth and the idea of success, I just
Mhm.
felt like you had to be like busy, 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 like
Yes.
being to be busy or look
Oh,
busy, or even like being like oh my God, have you ever seen Seinfeld?
no, I've never had a TV. I have seen episodes. I have seen episodes. I have a TV now because it came stuck to the wall. So I was like, I guess I own a TV now. But I lose it on, but I have seen some episodes. Go.
Anyway, towards Costanza, he, with this one episode, he says, "Oh, it's great if you just act like you're really stressed, then
Okay.
everyone thinks you're really important and you're doing
Oh.
well." It's so true. It's it's what we thought, right? And he pretends he's like frustrated and shouting and on the phone, and then he's like getting promoted, and everyone's like, "Wow, you must be so important and busy." And it's like
Oh my gosh.
that's really what
Madness.
I feel, yeah, just kind of happened. And but then
Yeah.
slow down for me was like, it can feel scary and counterintuitive when you have, a lot of things on your plate or a lot of worry, or you feel like you have to keep
Yeah.
striving to stay afloat. And things are, so unstable in so many ways. And so like
Mhm.
like that kid version of you that was your baseline, and then
Yeah.
just like fast forward, you had
Yeah.
to like clear away
Yes. Yes.
so much,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And how success really happens. And now, when it's just beautiful, the amount of connections, just even like our connection, and those are how I think is a more beautiful way to live a big life, right? But it came from like having to rebuild my energy. It came from having to get off of like all the entrapments of what do I need to look like, own all of the things that can trap that joy, and really just like, can I enjoy swimming in the lake? But now, okay, now I have enough energy and enough self-love to be able to say, how much can I serve without costing myself, without costing my own energy, right? It just comes from a full place where I've got plenty to give, rather than like I used to just pour it out trying to get love. Just pour it out trying to get love. And it's like, no, I'm gonna fill myself up first, and then I got plenty extra to give. And so watching my nervous system get stronger and stronger and more robust has been that success for me, right? Like even simple things like it's the silliest now, like pickleball's the rage where I live. And it's such a game. Like I started my nervous system, I started like a ball would come at me and I'd just shriek. I'd just be like, why am I playing this? This is so stressful. And then all the pressure of like not letting your partner down, and then, being good enough and all these things. Well, there's no way my brain and nervous system was keeping score. No freaking way. And it would be so annoying for everybody because everybody always had to tell me what the score was because I was so dysregulated. Like, and so to watch my nervous system now, because it's such a joy to play these childhood games. um, I can keep score now. And I'm just like, to me, that is such success. My nervous system isn't freaking out all the time. And I can actually be like 102. Believe me, I'm still always taking dance breaks and like saying hysterical things and keep, because it's just like I have to play it silly. Like just play life silly, right? We can only feel safe when we feel silly, right? Like that communicates to the brain, I am safe because I can be silly right now, but not again putting it on in order to to get safety, right? It has to be from that authentic place. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. I love that you have such a focus on the silly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
you really like just, you're like standing steady with the importance of it. Um,
Yeah.
and so the second American business coach that I had, I met her in Bali, and
Yeah.
she actually passed away sadly just in
Mm.
April. And we were very close. But
Oh.
when I met her, she was loud and she was twerking and she was cursing and she was making herself cross-eyed on screen and she was wearing like, and I was like, wow, who are you? And it's so interesting because, some people in the mind body world or whatever world, they maybe came from like therapy backgrounds or, clinical backgrounds where traditionally have, they have more reserved
Yes.
present yourself in a like I don't
Yeah.
I haven't been a therapist, but in a
Yeah.
therapeutic way, or whatever. So um
Mhm.
Lanny, this coach of mine, she was like, she said, she started telling her friends, she's like, I'm gonna twerk, I'm gonna curse, and I'm gonna make 20 grand a month, and everyone just laughed at her. But she did it. She did
Love
it, girl.
that.
She was like,
Love
she hit some really incredible financial highs and whatever.
that. I
Um,
love that. I think people
yeah,
crave authenticity. Will you please hold my hand and hold me accountable? You know I love my Instagram account. Like I just love because it's my creative outlet and I just want to give these tools away for free because I don't like the how hard it is and financially to get access to someone like me, right? So that's my way of kind of equalizing the field a bit. Will you hold me accountable to being more silly, more authentic? Like I still have this little
absolutely.
growing edge to do of really letting my inner this
I mean, I think this
come
should just be
out.
your
Like I should just show
only
up
way
and
you ever show up. I mean, this is your brand. I think you just like we just did like a whole rebrand for you on this call because I'm like,
thank you. Thank you. And that just like holding each other's hands through this work, right? Encouraging each other, modeling for each other. You do it, and then that inspires me, and then I'm gonna do it. And right, we each hold each other's hand, and we'll get there.
totally. And like, because, I know how hard it is to actually do what you're saying,
Mm,
like the things you're describing, such as filling, pausing enough, pulling back enough to fill up your
mm,
own cup, to serve from more of a place of fullness, like those kinds of things, they sound like such a luxury, to be able to do or whatever, but like in reality, it's like it's a really courageous and
mm.
hard thing to do when the world is telling you to push further and give more and
Yeah,
to
yeah.
to just
Don't listen to that siren call. It
mm,
is it is crashing on the rocks. Don't push. Come from a place of a deep well. And that takes some bravery and patience to because then you got to go to that stillness place. But now I got stuck in the stillness. Like I've had to be really brave to come out of the stillness. I'd created such a little beautiful life for myself that then I was like, oh, I'm really content, but almost under aroused. Like I wasn't like I felt like I was kind of like maybe not living to my fullest because I wasn't being there was also a piece of bravery that I needed to put back into my temperament. But I was so scared of that because I thought it will lead to the pushing. And so then I was hesitant for the brave part of me to come back out. So I've really had to work on my nervous system of like, what does that look like to be able to show up and to push beyond where I'm afraid to go, but from a deep well and from a deep, authentic place.
I
That
am
makes
obsessed with
sense.
that. It's the exact same place that I'm at right now.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
still.
I think that's why we crave each other so much to hang out.
I think so. Like I was able to heal myself from a lot of things through pushing.
Yes,
And
I
I
that's shocking to me.
and
Like
I
that's
and
we're done. But
I've achieved a lot, and I've gotten a lot of
yeah.
a lot of validation throughout my life for taking care of other people, not just in a caretaking way, but really like holding space for them or being like the strong one or the whatever one, being this something. And um I just literally just slammed on the brakes. I
Yeah.
slammed on the brakes. It was like
Yeah.
no more performing, no more pushing, no more striving, no more carrying that, giving that
Yeah.
back to everyone. And it came at a cost, and it came at a massive risk as well, like a very like real financial and real, connections. It
Yeah.
it cost me, like my healing has cost me certain things and connections and things.
Yeah.
But
Take you, it'll take you. like that scaffolding, it'll take you all the way down to to rebuild
All the way down.
all the way down. Please know that, tell all your people, I want to share, champion that right here. That's the way this looks. It's okay. I know it's hard to remember that when we're scared and we're at that place, but that's exactly what it looks like. And it's worth it.
It's worth every second of it.
Yeah.
The grief is like really real as
Mm.
well.
Mm.
And that
Yeah.
scaffolding comes down. It's like
Yeah.
one of my healer friends in Bali, she's like, all I want to do
Mm.
is all I'm interested in is death. She says, I just want to keep
Mm.
dying parts.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, what about growth? And let's hit financial goals. And why do I get this? And she's like,
Yes.
I don't want to
Yes.
know. Don't have
Yeah.
goals. Just I
Yeah.
just keep dying of the
Yeah.
deaths of
Yeah.
layers of yourself, versions of
Yeah.
yourself, the
Yeah.
scaffolding, whatever. But
Yeah.
it's real, and just I love how you paused at that. And when you go down into the belly of the
Yeah.
beast, sometimes I
Yeah.
call it, and the survival patterns. And
Mhm. Mhm.
you're like, well, I was, aiming for this financial goal, or I wanted to conceive a child, or I wanted to heal my
Mhm.
relationship or whatever. Why is like everything around me falling apart? And possibly still also having like symptoms in your body and different things moving around. It's like it's all
It's it's a lot.
the demolition. Like,
Yeah. Yes. 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 My coach was saying, when you commit, all the things that come up that you need to resolve in order to get that commitment, right? And it's just like in each one we have to just be like, okay, dealing with that one, dealing with that one. So, right, that commitment that we make to ourselves, it's gonna bring up all the things that are hindering us from being there. And we hold each other's hand and we walk through that. And then, but I would say, please find the moments of deliciousness throughout the day, little handholds, little sips of life force to carry you through and sustain you, right?
and bringing it back again to what you beautifully like, you know, that what I call the love list, and what you have as your that
Yeah,
baseline, that
yeah,
nutrient, like
yeah,
it's you can't underestimate the simplicity of that, because that has sustained me as a tool. The remember
mhm,
who you are and the love list has
yeah,
sustained me as a tool through the
yeah,
biggest, moments losing. I've had a lot of, I'm only 38. I've had a lot of friends die in my like close, dear friends, just, two only recently, one being Lanny in April.
yeah,
And then all kinds of other layers of grieving, the scaffolding and the healing. And I cannot tell you, they're the two tools. That and my,
yeah,
my chants and my prayers, and
yeah,
but that they would be on my love list anyway. The chants,
yeah,
prayers, and
yeah,
the walk. These are
yeah,
things.
oh, nice. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, yeah, and just sustaining you, just holding you up while you rebuild.
And building, exactly. It's not like, oh, this is just like sustaining you as you're clinging on for dear life. It's not like that at all.
Right.
It's literally
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
If you want to build, like, heal your body, your health, your life, your relationships, or reach some kind of
Hmm.
goal or success, like
Hmm. Mm.
this is the baseline. This
That's
is your
right.
baseline. If you
Yeah.
you you need to really know yourself. You need to be able to
Yeah.
really know what your true yeses
Yeah.
or true nos are,
Yeah.
so you can build that success or that life or that relationship or whatever it is, or that divorce from
Yeah.
your place of truth and
Yeah.
honesty with yourself. And
Yeah.
they're the tools I found that have just really ignited and activated that within me.
Mm. I love, and what I love what you're saying so much is it's not this toxic positivity. It's not the just like put on the love list and ignore. It's like, no, go deep through the grief to get to your love list. right? It's not about like just scrambling and trying to get the joy that won't feed you in the end. It's that no, I sit in the grief, I honor the grief, and right beside that, I hold the love and I hold the joy. They go side by side. They're not one without the other.
It's so true, right? And sometimes my clients have asked me, like, oh, am I not distracting myself with this? And
Yeah,
it's really fascinating me the words that you're using because you said feeding yourself a nutrient.
yeah, yeah.
And it's like you're starving,
Hmm.
like you're malnourished
Yes,
from
yes,
living this
yeah,
from this place of survival in your relationship, survival in work, survival everywhere. You're
yes,
literally malnourished, and you need to
yes.
strip all that back down and back to basics and literally nourish yourself
Yes,
and
yes,
know your own unique nourishment, right? Because for me, a
yeah,
hike and a walk is
yes,
nourishing. I feel reset after.
yeah,
I've had clients in the past and they say like, what if I don't really like nature and I'm not into, I'm like,
yeah,
great, like
yes.
find
Hmm.
what is your nourishment. And it
Yeah.
seems so simple, but this is how you rebuild like the relation, your confidence, the relationship with yourself,
Hmm. Yes, yes,
you like your self-worth, your
yeah,
self-value,
yes, yes,
which leads to like, setting boundaries, finding your voice. It leads to all those things.
yeah,
But
yes,
you don't
yes,
have to complicate it by like learning all these things. You literally just
yeah.
get down to those basics and
I
really.
want to honor it can be hard to figure out what you love when you're coming from such a depleted place of your nervous system, right? Just even finding those things. And that's why I say like really just geek out on what's right near you. Just like see if you can teach your brain to enjoy what that feels like to run my hands over this feather, right? And we got to teach the brain how to, sometimes when we get so low, teach the brain. I remember once seeing a beautiful tree and being like, I get you're gorgeous, but I cannot access you right now. Right. And then I just sat around and waited for that to happen. And it was like, no one told me, no, I have to teach my nervous system how to do that. And I get that that's like riding a unicycle, right? You're telling your clients how to do it. They can read books on how to do it, but it's literally giving their brain the command, like, try. The body will figure it out. The body, give it the command, you know, give me oxytocin, give me dopamine, figure it out. And the body will figure it out. Because it wants to do whatever you tell it to, right? And so really being patient to say, I'm just going to try. I'm going to try puzzling. I'm going to try, you know, um, l- being in a floaty on a lake. I'm going to try paddleboard. Whatever it is, I'm going to try just eating a strawberry. That's one of the best ones, right? Like just even doing my dishes. I like get my little geranium scented hand soap or dish soap and then really yummy cute gloves and I just use it as a meditation and feeling the warmth, because I just used to hate doing dishes. And so how do I train my nervous system to just enjoy and use that as one of my places of safety and one of my places of just filling up that cup, right? Because it's something I need to do anyway. And now my brain loves to do the dishes. I love to sweep now and I love to do dishes. I have not trained my brain how to like mopping yet. I'm still.
Oh, I love mopping. I love seeing it all come up clean.
Oh my gosh. Please let's swap houses so you can come mop for me and I'll do your dishes and sweep.
And I love this. And I want to say also that like this is an ongoing forever journey.
Yeah.
Like when I first
Yeah.
started healing my body, I was like, I love swimming. I'm a great swimmer. So I was in
Yeah.
the west of Ireland. I was like, well, I'm going to join a swim class. And it was
Yeah.
swimming in the Atlantic Ocean. And I was like, duh, and I realized this is crazy for me. Like it's so cold, it's
Yeah.
windy, it's waves
Yeah.
in my face, it's pushing
Yeah.
like, and so then the same similar thing happened last year when here in Spain I joined CrossFit and I
Yeah.
love working
Yeah.
out, But then
Yeah.
a similar thing happened. I was like, well, I know
Mm-hmm.
I like this thing. I know I like swimming. I know I look like working out, but there's something in this environment.
Yeah.
So now I realized
Yeah.
that I like working out for like 15 minutes.
Yes. With
I
loud
love
music
it.
and people encouraging you.
I'm like, why do I need an hour? I try to do a yoga class and they're like, go on for like
Yeah.
2 hours. I'm like, I can't deal.
No.
Like, I don't want
Unnecessary.
to. I don't want to.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
that has taken me years to
Yeah.
realize that it's not a failure or a fault or a
Yeah.
sickness, but like it's a preference of mine.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and I can swim. I can enjoy swimming, and I don't have to like be in the wild Atlantic. But even though that might be someone else's dream, like my old
Yeah.
housemate from Sligo, it was just her thing that she loved. So
Yes.
it's always an ongoing journey, and that's what makes me
Yes.
feel so successful is when I really nail that. I'm like feel no longer confused. I'm no longer like feel like I failed CrossFit or I failed.
Yes.
I'm just like, no, 15
Mhm.
to 20 minutes. If I'm feeling like I'm full of beans or something, maybe like 40 minutes, but like that's enough.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
good. I'm sorted. And
Yeah.
for me, that just it just builds so much trust in myself, right? And when you trust yourself, trust your
Mm.
body, then you can like move forward and out into the world. You can speak more boundaries, you can claim your worth,
Mm.
you can get promoted,
Mm.
you can do things from that baseline of trust, right?
Yeah. Yes. 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 Isn't that empowering to I'm just laughing because I just started CrossFit and I realized, no, I am going to, this is, I love it so much, but this is just tapping into me, that part that just wants to ignore and not be in tune with my body and just push and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to find some different ways to just really honor my body but staying in tune with it while I strengthen it. But so I just laughed that you mentioned that, but it's like it's so freeing to be like, because there's so much pressure to do these different things, and it's just like I'm gonna have to walk and honor what my whole being needs, what my body needs, what my spirit needs, what my nervous system needs, and just stretch that resilience, just push it just a little bit further so that it grows and stretches. And I've got, some ways of strengthening that, but honoring from a deep place. It's so easy now, the more we do it. And that's just a new neural pathway too. The more, that used to be so hard. That just like no, did about 4 sessions of it and I was like, love it. It's not good for me. No.
I pushed it a little bit further, I think. But like
I think this is about being older, right? Like honestly, I wouldn't go back. You couldn't pay me to go back even last year. You could not. You could not. I wouldn't think of who you were last year.
completely different.
Right?
Like, I don't even know that person.
No, exactly. And so, yeah, it's so much nicer to get older. It is so much nicer.
It really is. It really
Yes.
is. And that pushing and that striving,
Mm.
just it's softening and
Yeah.
I'm
Also stronger.
but it's stronger. It's soft and
Yeah.
strong.
Yes,
But
yes.
that's what was I love that we were both in the little CrossFit moment. But I felt, and even last year when I did go to CrossFit, it really fed into that part of me that loves to like push and
Yeah.
that because I do have so much resilience to use that resilience in a certain way where I can like push and prove. No, I can push, I can do this. And yeah, like the more I just like get to know myself better,
Mm.
the more I'm able to tailor life's experiences to
Yeah.
uh to suit me rather than ignoring, like you were saying, like
Mm-hmm.
ignoring yourself or wanting to like go along with what looks like success. because that's it,
Yes.
that like especially CrossFit, it's like, oh, like it looks so successful to like have those like
Yes.
buff arms and that like
Yes.
like a photo shoot or something. I was like, I'll get a photo shoot in CrossFit. That'll be great. Like, hmm, well, um, but I did also build some muscle that I still have.
Yes.
I
Yes.
did love it. So
Yes.
for me, I'm now like just finding a different way, and that muscle is still
Yeah.
there. So if
Yes. Yeah.
anyway, not just like physically, but metaphorically,
Yes.
all these things that
Yeah.
you build along life.
Yes. And each one is important, whether it's a colossal setback or looks like a failure at that time. No, I promise it'll be one of your building blocks that is really important. One of those, how do we know that we shouldn't CrossFit's not for us unless we, that whole concept, unless we tried it, right? And we're building, taking that muscle that we built and the understanding and learning we built. But I'm just so grateful that people have you to like walk and hold their hand through this. I just so grateful for you. So, so grateful.
Likewise, Jenny, I'm so grateful for you too, and I am gonna hold you accountable for this being your new brand.
Thank you.
You're a priestess of the woods, forest
Yes, yes, but with fun hair.
with fun hair. Super.
Need that little bit of fat in there.
And I'm so grateful that you are out in the world spreading the joy
Yeah.
and just the honesty and the authenticity that you share. I find that so grounding and so warming and so affirming that you're
Thank
just,
you.
yeah, that you're so here for the honesty and you really like help
Yeah.
me when you reflect to me how courageous it is to move through these different layers. I just want to say, like, because people will like throw you a party for like these different life milestones, like getting married or like turning 21 or whatever. But like when you do this like, real hard work, like you set a boundary and you like heal your whole entire family lineage, no one throws you a party.
Yeah, we should be throwing parties for this.
So
We get to see each
I
other in the same continent. We're gonna throw a party.
feel like I get that from you. You're like, yeah, so I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I teach my clients celebrate every single scrap of win. Celebrate that, take that in, because the brain loves it. And then it goes, ooh, I want more of that. And so it just serves us anyway. We could go on and on and on and on and
Yes,
on.
we can. Anyway, such a joy and pleasure
Yeah.
to be with you. And we will, of course, be in touch. And I will leave your details for anyone to get in touch and also my details down in the description. You can always book a call with me and you can always listen to all the other videos or email me. I got loads of cool ways to support you to your rise into your success that feels like truth. And Jen,
Yes.
if you've any
Yes.
way that people can contact you or anything you want to share before we say goodbye.
Sure. So where I work with people is again as a therapist in that intersection of childhood adversity and the mind body, retraining the nervous system. So I guess the best way to get a hold of me is at my Instagram and DM me. That's at Jenny Quigg Therapy. And but my email's hello@jennyquigg.com. So you can reach me there. But I love connecting. Just want more people in my fold. I'm just loving this time of connection and kind of finding my people. And so if this resonates, I'd love to hear from anyone. Yeah. I just wanted to spend time with you.
Yes, I know that's the real win. Okay, my loves, thank you so
All
much
right.
for listening. Anyone who's been listening, leave us comments if you have questions.
Yeah.
And love you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much for beautiful
Exactly.
energy. Nice to meet the like full and real you today.
Yes. Great. Thanks, sweet.